Corporate social responsibilities. Corporate social responsibility is a subjective matter that is relatively defined in terms of global agreements dealing with environment protection, consumer protection, employment practices, and human rights at workplace. Corporate responsibilities make a company socially accountable and is in general viewed on the basis of two models: corporate social performance model and the stakeholder model. In corporate social performance model, a corporate's principles, processes, policies, programs, and outcomes are explained on the basis of the corporate firm's societal relationships. The stakeholder model mandates participation of groups in legitimate interests of the enterprise and encourage its members to explain and lead the structure and operations of the enterprise model. In social responsibility, there is an anticipation from society in terms of what the right business behavior should be and outcomes should be because of the fact that business and society are interwoven. Defined by Wood, this corporate social responsibility model comprises of principles of institution, which is legitimacy, organization, which is social responsibility, as well as individuals, which is managerial oversight. This model also works towards identification of corporate social responsibility processes in terms of issues management, environment, and stakeholders. The outcomes center around social policies, programs, and impact analysis. Another aspect about the working of corporate world is in terms of the problem it causes. Rightfully, it is the corporate world that is not expected to solve all the problems, but surely responsible for the problem it causes. For instance, an automaker, while solving problems concerning air pollution and vehicle safety, may also solve problems arising out of education of drivers in local or regional centers. Sometimes certain activities of the firm are not expected out of companies owed to an economic regime, legal validity, or an ethical concern. Essentially, the legitimacy principle states that society has the right to enforce and establish balance of power among its various institutions. According to the principle of public responsibility, an organization be responsible for all its actions, in particular when it deals with the well being of the society. Managers have also gotten a role to play, that of managerial discretion, which expects managers to act with the bounds set for economic, legal, or ethical concerns. Hence, firms can be categorized as those belonging to reactive when it is guided by only legitimacy, guided by public responsibility, it is responsive firms, and when guided by all the principles are called interactive firms. It's also interesting to answer the question as to what a company should serve in the time frame it is allowed to work in a society. It is, after all, the society that gives power and legitimacy to a business. Also, there is a huge impact made by the business organization, not just on equity holder, but also on stakeholders in societies like government, employees, suppliers, competitors, and consumers. And due to this reason, a company is expected to operate in the interests of stakeholders and, in simple terms, in the interest of society.